Now we're having who's the worst shape today, right?
Yeah.
Who's the worst?
Overall.
I'm hoping it'll be
jacked up.
That's generally where I have those.
Everything kind of defaults to that right side. Ah, there we go. Yep.
Oh my goodness
Other
gracious.
side for you.
Welcome to Live Life Well, and today we're going to share some adjusting techniques. One of the things that we're often asked for, people want to see adjustment videos. Some people are addicted to watching YouTube adjustment videos.
That's true.
However, I do not like asking patients if we can video them get adjusted. Okay, so today my friends from Mac and Cheese Media
That's right.
are doing Creation Friday, right?
Right.
So they're joining us. We're gonna have Creation Friday. We're gonna have some great food at Tito's.
We don't mind being on camera.
And they don't mind being on camera.
And we like getting adjusted by Dr. Matt.
Yes.
So what a great collab
Yeah.
for today.
So welcome to Live Life Well, and we hope you enjoy some experiences with us today.
Hey, it's nice to have support from friends and family.
All right, I haven't seen you in a while. Slip your hat off.
All right, let me just.
So, yeah, I got a place over there. Don't throw it on the floor.
Where do you have?
Were you raising
You've got a
the
hat
bar?
rack?
I got hat racks.
I don't
got
see a hat
boots.
rack.
Right
Oh,
here.
it's right there.
Gives you a taste of this Theragun.
Why would you have hair like that? Why would you cover it up with a hat?
That's what my mom always
Someday
says.
you'll be 45 like me, and you'll be like,
I hope that I
lift your chin.
am buried with a hat on.
Lift your chin.
Lift your chin.
All right, so lean back just a second. First off, give me an update.
What am I doing wrong?
Anything new going on with you? You haven't been adjusted on any issues?
I'd say physically I'm pretty good. Digestion is always an issue.
Now,
I've
we're
been
talking
like-
about digestion.
Yeah.
I don't have a digestive adjustment, but people report digestive improvements all the time. And the reason is because the gut has more nerve endings than any other part of the body except the brain. It's often referred to as the second brain. That's where we get terms like a gut feeling, or someone gives us news that makes us sick at our stomach.
That's right.
So my point is, the gut is just very sensitive to everything our body has to manage, physically, chemically, emotionally. So we think about the things we eat and drink impacting the gut, but those physical stresses, those mental, emotional stresses impact it too.
I would say secondarily, probably sleep has not been great. I feel like I'm tossing and turning. Breathing hasn't been great when I'm sleeping, and might have some issues
Because
there.
that's what happens. Your body gets in, and you'll see. I mean, you've been adjusted. This isn't new for you, but when you feel that system release,
Yeah.
all right, now that the system's working more efficiently. Even when you're resting, it's in that.
I'm too uptight. That's what the problem is.
Unclench the butt cheeks, man.
Unclench the butt
Yeah.
cheeks. Okay. I feel like Darth Vader.
Dun, 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 dun.
It was a very smooth ride. I like it.
Yeah, I bet that piece of equipment was cheap.
Feel that right through there?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Now,
that's a
like I
good
said,
spot.
I don't have a digestive adjustment. When we start talking about this region here,
Yeah.
this is that transition between your thoracics and your lumbars.
Uh-huh.
There's major nerve innervations going to the gut through there. So I mean, we just want to make sure everything's functioning well and relating well. Keep this leg straight. Lift as high as you can. Good. Take it down. And the other side. Yeah, that's not moving too great. A little tougher.
Yeah.
Now we're having who's the worst shape today, right?
Yeah.
Who's the worst?
Overall.
I'm hoping it'll be.
jacked up.
All right, let's cross this leg over. Now, the reason why that was harder to lift, the way your pelvis is out of balance, your sacrum, which is shaped kind of like my hand, is
Yeah.
rotated and it's restricting that left SI joint. Okay. We're gonna flip that back over. Good. Uncross.
Uncross.
Lift. Good. Take it down. And the other side. A little easier.
A little easier, yeah.
Feel that right there?
Yeah.
L5's rotated.
Pretty tight.
Yeah, right there.
What are we gonna do about it?
We're gonna adjust that, baby. Take a deep breath. Breathe all the way out. Good. There we go. Good. All right, lay on this side for me. We'll just set up.
Oh yeah, that felt
was a
good.
good
Other side for me.
Oh.
Now that last one we were rotating, we were adjusting that L5 on that side.
Okay.
Here, you're gonna feel me use my forearm. We're gonna open up those lumbars just a little bit more, and right there on that L2.
Uh-huh.
All right, we got it. There we go, right there. Feel that? Just
Oh,
as we
yeah.
open that up on your back for me.
Nice.
Bend your knees for me. Lift your chin. Good. Good. All right. Straighten your legs for me. Coming up.
Coming up. What's next?
All right. That's it, man.
Oh, that's it?
That's it.
Feel good.
It's been 16 years. It's been 19.
I was 16.
You were
Oh, he
16.
was 16.
So 21 years.
21 years since his last adjustment.
21 years.
And
4
I
kids.
actually got hit in the face with a door within that time period. So
All right. So now,
Yeah.
so now that's important because that's a trauma.
yeah.
Okay. Now the challenge with trauma is traumas change everything.
Yep.
But we judge traumas by what's bleeding or broken.
Right.
I mean, if something's bleeding or broken, we tend to think that's the only problem. And if nothing's bleeding or broken, we think everything's okay. But in those moments, your body absorbs a tremendous amount of force and energy that can start to set up issues that we may not realize the effects of for days, weeks, or sometimes years later.
Right.
So my point being, we may experience things down the road years later that trauma started to set up. Not to mention life builds on top of that. Right. So you did a better job of cleaning up your pockets. Step up there, face up there. Anything I need to be aware of? Anything?
No, man. I went through physical therapy. And I mean, I don't have a ton of pain, but shall see.
So what happened? You hit a door?
I was working at a car dealership, and the service lane doors had just been replaced, and they were having.
So it's the big overhead.
Yeah, the big glass one, metal glass one.
It hit you in the top of the head.
In my face.
In the face.
I would say my biggest problem that I have right now is that my right shoulder seems like it is way more flexible and
Feel that right in through there. Is
yeah.
that tender?
And I have a lot of problems in my shoulder and in my right arm. I deal with tendonitis a lot.
Yeah. And I will tell you this, anytime there's shoulder girdles involved, and I say the shoulder girdle because it's a lot, okay? It's not just the shoulder,
Right.
okay? It's your neck,
Yep.
it's the thoracics, it's the ribs, it's that scapula. Off your scapula or shoulder blade here, that's where those rotator cuff muscles start, and they come
Right.
over and attach to that humerus in the front. So my point is, it's where all this stuff comes together. So if the shoulder's involved, it doesn't matter if you tweak it or you tear it, it's tough.
Yeah.
All right?
No, I've been trying to build muscle
Yep.
back up in my traps, and
Yep.
it's definitely been difficult because they're just different.
And not to mention, we're always using them. We
Yeah.
sleep on them, we get them in bad positions.
I can't sleep on my
Yeah.
right shoulder
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
It puts me down for the day if I do.
Oh yeah, feel that right there?
Yep.
That's bad right there. And that's where as that shoulder shifted forward, that first rib has shifted, and it just binds that whole system up. Feel that right there?
Mhm.
Okay, all right. So you're gonna feel me use an instrument. Sensitive? Sensitive? Yeah. All right, we're gonna come down this whole scapula there. You okay? Like I said, it's not that we're doing something difficult with you. That tissue is just so irritated from how things aren't moving right. When mechanically things aren't moving well, it starts to create friction on the tissue around it. Well, just like friction in an engine, it produces heat. Okay, so that tissue gets irritated, it gets inflamed. That's why you keep having the tendonitis. That's what you hear the word itis, tendonitis, fasciitis, bursitis. Think friction. You know, why is that tissue inflamed? It's because mechanically things aren't functioning well.
Right. That's generally where I have those.
Everything kind of defaults to that right side.
There we go. You okay?
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yep.
Keep this leg straight for me, keeping your knee locked. Raise your entire leg up for me as high as you can. Good. Take it down. And now the other side. Good. Either one harder for you to lift there, Sean?
My right one.
Is that sensitive right there?
Not necessarily. It definitely doesn't feel like it is not a little tender, but it's not super sensitive.
Does that feel different than
Yeah.
this side?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. All right. I need to check some things on the front of the pelvis.
All right.
Is that sensitive right there?
It's a little tender.
All right. So this is why I wanted to check that. All right. Kind of what was going on with your pelvis and that hip. Sometimes as that pelvis gets out of balance, that pubic bone can shift, and it's blocking how that pelvis moves. Right?
I can definitely tell while I'm running that I start having issues on this side, and I see myself compensating in a different running manner. And
Yeah.
I've really had to try to train against that.
And sometimes when I adjust people, like when that table drops, or you saw me adjust Colin, he was on his side, that pelvis should drop right into place.
Right.
And if I try to adjust someone and it's not moving at all, I'll check this right away, because
Yeah.
it's just what you're noticing when you run. It's thrown off how that hip moves, everything. Other times it may be moving some, but it's not clearing out as well as we need it to.
Right.
Okay, so that's why I want to check this first on you.
Yep.
Also, the reason why I want to explain it is because when I find it, there can be things in our lifestyle that are setting this issue up. All right, so for instance, I've got a couple of hairstylists when they work, drop into one side.
I sleep with my right leg up in the middle of the night.
Yep, that's there.
And I've been trying to put a pillow between my legs
Yeah.
and stop doing that.
Because those can be repetitive things. You've
Right.
got 4 kids, parents carrying their kids, whether it's
I was sitting in the truck the very same way, and I've kind of tried to shift that.
and those become just repetitive
Right.
traumas that can set issues up in ways that we don't realize. And in trying to help people to recognize that most of the things we deal with aren't the problem, they're the result of the problem. That's
Right.
why these conversations are important, because you're the problem.
Yeah.
Right. This isn't the problem.
Right.
Sciatic isn't the problem. You're
My
the problem.
habits are the problem,
Yeah.
right.
But if we don't know that, I can adjust you a couple of times and it feel better.
Right.
But we'll go back to some of those same patterns that create these things to
Makes
begin
sense.
with. You're gonna let me drop that pelvis in. Is that okay?
Yep.
Right. Now, whenever I pull like that right there, does that feel better?
Yes.
Does that feel like it takes some pressure off?
Yes.
Good. All right, bend this knee. Straighten this one. Now feel the difference on this side. This
Yeah.
side moves. That side, there was a lot more resistance to
Right.
try to put that. But as that pelvis is out of balance, now you're creating a shearing effect. It's like the foundation for a building. If the
Right.
foundation's off, the building's off.
I'm more
Yes.
like tilted.
So now you're creating a shearing effect on those lower discs.
Gotcha.
So they're going to wear faster. You're carrying more pressure on one side than the other. So guess which hip's going to wear faster?
Yeah.
But people will say, "Oh, I'm getting older." And I'm like, "Well, the left hip's the same age as the right hip."
Right.
Why? You know, why is one side turning faster than the other? It's because of mechanically how things aren't functioning.
Right.
Does that feel better when I pull?
Mm-hmm.
Is that sensitive right there?
A little bit.
And that, again, this is part of how that whole shoulder
Yeah.
girdle, you're feeling how that clavicle and those ribs coming into the sternum. You're gonna feel me use that instrument right along there. This can get real sensitive, okay? Feel that? Sorry. Again, it's not that what we're doing here is forceful. It's just that tissue is really irritated
Right.
because of those bad mechanics. But what happens is you get things mechanically and neurologically functioning better. Now everything can start to settle down. All right, now this is going to get sensitive here. Again, this is how that shoulder is moving. Feel that right there?
Yep.
All right. Now this isn't just a pressure point that I'm pushing on here. What I'm trying to do is bring that first rib back in here and support that shoulder. Turn your face and look to the left for me. Look to the right. Look to the
It's
left.
much easier to
Yeah.
look to the
Because
right.
now we just keep going back and forth. And I'm trying to coordinate that motion with your spine there. Now look straight for me. Good. Look up toward the ceiling. Good. You okay?
Yep.
All right. Now, just kind of take a few steps, kind of walk out toward the hallway there, come back, tell me what you notice. What feels better? What feels different? If anything.
This feels higher, weirdly, than I feel like it has been. Like I feel like I had a somewhat of a G spiker, I guess. Like there was a dip in me walking, so that kind of feels weird at being
And moving.
where it's supposed
Yeah.
to be.
Well, what's happening is now things are moving better. And motion is a key to life. It doesn't matter if you're talking about a body of water or your physical body. If it becomes stagnant, it's dying.
Yep.
Now, you didn't say which was the worst situation.
Okay, sorry. We just said what?
You said whose spine was in the worst. Worst situation is a whole different.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
that mustache is a situation.
Hey, while I'm headed down in the descent, why don't you tell the world one of your number one things that you want to tell them about life and what they need to know?
Life.
In 2 sentences. No, don't be long-winded.
What are you saying?
I'm just saying you're pretty long-winded, so give me in 2 sentences what you would tell the world if you could talk to all of them at once.
If I could talk to the whole world at once, what would I say?
Yeah.
Like 8 billion people.
Yeah.
5.
2 sentences. You get to lose your voice if you don't speak in the next 20
Hang
seconds.
on, I'm focusing on one thing at a time.
All right, you can wait on your quotes.
Take a deep breath. Breathe it out.
You didn't ask me where my problems were.
I don't care.
Okay.
Take a deep breath.
How many years have you been married now, Austin?
I think probably almost 6. I'm going to Hawaii for a baby moon and our 30th birthday,
Awesome. When's the baby due?
November 4th.
My birthday's October 26th, so she wants to go a few days early.
Mary Beth wants it to be on Halloween, baby. Spooky baby.
Now she's still practicing?
Yep, she works at a addiction rehab clinic in Murfreesboro.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, she's an MP.
I knew she was a nurse practitioner. Lift as high as you can. Good. Take it down. And the other side. A little tougher.
Yeah, I guess.
They're both tough.
Yeah, they're both tough. That's what's bad. My lower back might as well be up.
Good. Uncross. Lift. Uncross. Lift as high as you can. Good. And the other side. Oh man, that was better. Easier?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My lower back's
Lay on this side for me. This side.
Oh my goodness
Other
gracious.
side for me.
Ah,
Straighten the bottom line.
yeah. Ah.
On your back.
Oh, yeah.
Right there, man. Does it feel better when I pull?
I don't know.
Your whole
Maybe.
spine was just really kind of compressed.
Yeah.
Just trying to open up those joints. Good. There. Big hug. Take a deep breath. Good. Roll into that left side for me right there. Look straight. Look straight. Right there. There you go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, goodness. Yeah.
You got a lot of involvement with how those ribs are.
That was
You sleep on that side?
I have. I mean, I move all over, but yeah.
Come right on over here. When's the last time you turned your mattress?
Well, we got a new mattress like a year ago.
All right. When's the last time you turned it?
I don't think I've turned it.
Turn it every 90 days.
Like, you mean shift it?
Flip it, rotate it. Okay.
Yeah, I have a little gap in my side.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like in a crevice of
Yeah.
doom.
Look to the left for me. Well, if you turn it regularly, number one, it'll help it last longer. Look to the right. Look to the left. Look to the right. Look straight. And because you're not going to keep rutting it out in the same pattern.
Yeah.
And then number two, it's going to help reduce pressure on the areas like the shoulders, the shoulder blades, the hips, the pelvis.
Do you have
Okay?
opinions on golden retrievers sleeping with you?
Yes.
What do you
It's
say?
like another person being in the bed.
I know it is.
Yeah.
I have a fat one too.
Yeah. Wait till you have a baby in there now too.
She's sweet though.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, brother.
Oh, thank
Everything
you.
comfortable?
You don't have to answer this here. We can cut it from the film or answer it. What do you say to the people who say that chiropractic stuff is just a bunch of magic juju?
It is magic juju. It is, because as much as we understand about the body, we don't. it's infinitesimal, the amount.
Infinitesimal. Which means?
Right? It means the body's so amazing.
Yeah.
Right? And the body's self-healing. It's self-regulating.
Yeah.
Right? You cut your hand, you don't have to tell it how to heal, do you?
No, I don't.
Is it the Neosporin that heals it?
I don't even use it.
But if you did, would it be the Neosporin?
No, it might be the lavender.
But it might be the lavender. But you can put lavender on a dead hand, and what happens?
It's still dead.
It's still dead, right?
True.
Life is amazing, right? And so for us to have that appreciation for how magnificent our bodies are, and instead of, there are times we need to focus on what's wrong with the body and deal with that, but it's really important that we focus on what's right with the body and how do we help build it up and support it so it can better overcome those obstacles it's dealing with.
Amen.
Amen. You heard it here first. Now let's go get some Mexican.
We hope you find this information helpful. If you do, hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell as we do our best to help you live life well.